Know what to do? Yeah. Okay, let me go search it then. Oh yeah. You put it throat chakra. Cool.
Okay. Now I even have an order. What?
And here we go.
Boom. Only I want these.
I have like 8 incense burning.
Yes.
8.
Yeah. Look at here. Cover the smoke. Oh, positivity.
That's a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
All
Cheers.
right.
All right. I'm ready. Yeah, I want those. This may take me a minute, but this is interesting stuff. There's going to be some healing in this. I feel it. I can feel it.
The throat chakra is what a lot of people need to work on or have in balance. I self don't have an imbalance. Some people don't speak the truth. Some people speak
Too much of the truth, and some people just lock themselves away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just discernment.
That's true. Well, I see I got few people in the chat.
Hi, few people.
And they are leaving, I guess, since we're not talking, but I'm going to start off with the cards. The first card I pulled is the release card. It's time to release things that doesn't serve you. Let it go. Breathe it out. And the second card I pulled is the solitude. Sometimes we need to get in a meditation place where we can meditate, a quiet, peaceful place, maybe outside in nature, getting grounded.
Yeah.
And for us, the sacred power card, I have sound. Move to your own rhythm. Express yourself creatively.
Do that.
I listen to create power within me. I resonate with the beat of the universe. So let your voice be heard.
That's a lovely card.
And look at the light around the throat. Let that voice be heard, and look at that throat chakra lit up. That's beautiful.
Hello, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
What I pulled. The fifth chakra. And this says love and truthfulness determine my way of expressing myself.
Oh, I love that.
And it says express who you are and what moves you, and lovingly express it with the strength of your heart. This is the ability of the great artists who enchant the world and contribute to happiness and development of other beings. Hello, Robin. Last but not least, incantations to bless your words. Let me see, can y'all see that picture right there? And this says, you can say this incantation to bless your words and undo damage that you may have unintentionally done with your words or your actions in the past. And the incantation says, Grace of sweet Lady Isis, cleanse me now of karmic crisis, of words said in haste, their effect and cause. Help the spiritual momentum now pause. Negative repercussions now cease. All involved are filled with peace. Your names of power end the pain, dissolve unhappiness, bitterness, and strain. Creating new webs of light and healing. Divine unconditional love now revealing. Isis Ma, Isis Ma, Isis Ma. Hello, Landon. What did y'all think?
I think that's amazing. I think it was on point, especially for all the things that so many of us are going through, trying to express our truth. And that's why we come together, to give each other strength and help each other, so that when it comes time, we can just rise right on it.
Right. Hello, Suzanne.
Hi. So, oh, sorry.
Thank you, dear. Hello, 7P. Alex, is in your hands.
Oh. I'm gonna put a video on the law of reaping and sowing before we go into the throat chakra. Is the law of attraction, very inspirational. Let me put it on.
From you, our creators. And in this segment, I'm going to explain one very important universal law that seems to be connected to every facet of life on Earth. I hope you enjoy. Everything in the universe operates on a set of universal laws or principles. These laws can't be broken, and they're always in effect no matter where you are. Some of these laws are physical, while others are quantum or spiritual laws that involve intangible properties. The more scientists study the world on a quantum level, the more they are convinced of intelligent design. Albert Einstein once said, "Everyone who is seriously involved in the pursuit of science becomes convinced that a spirit is manifest in the laws of the universe." The spiritual laws are just as reliable as the physical laws, and they also affect every aspect of life on Earth. Ancient mystics and philosophers have known and talked about these spiritual laws for thousands of years, but the majority of people are still uninformed. In this segment, I am going to teach you how to use only one of these spiritual laws in order to create and shape your personal world. What I'm about to teach you has the potential to change your life. If you master this one principle, you can literally manifest anything in the physical world. This information is so simple and so easy to use that most adults will be turned off by its simplicity. For some odd reason, humans will value anything complicated and totally disregard anything made simple. Author and speaker William Golding once said, "The greatest ideas are the simplest," and that's so true. There are many universal laws, but the one I will be talking about is the law of reaping and sowing. This universal law states, whatever you plant in your mind, you will eventually manifest in the outside world. It's just like planting an apple tree. You first gather rich, fertile soil. You choose which apple seed you would like to plant. You give it ample amounts of water and sunlight. And when the time is right and the season is set, that seed has to sprout into a mighty apple tree. The same goes with your life, except the soil is your mind. The seeds are your thoughts. The water is your actions. And the sun is your feelings. One thing I can guarantee, if you plant any idea in your mind and feel as if it's already yours and work steadily towards it, it has to manifest. It has no choice because it's a law. But then you say, Justin, if that's the case, then why is it that most people don't get what they want in life? And it's simple. Most people don't get what they want because they are trained to focus and think about the things they don't want. You might have heard the expression, energy flows where attention goes. Whatever you focus on expands. It's true. Everything is energy. And all energy attracts similar energy. You can't put out negative energy and expect positive results. You can't plant apple seeds and expect oranges. Likewise, you can't dwell on failure and produce a successful result. If you are constantly thinking about the things you don't want to happen or the things you fear, you are planting that seed. And based on the universal law of reaping and sowing, it must germinate. The mind, or human consciousness, seems to be literally connected to the fabric of reality. Think about something long enough and strong enough, and it has no choice but to eventually appear. Quantum physics gives credence to this idea. Time and time again, the double slit experiment has proved that a conscious observer is literally creating reality. There are 6 words that I want you to memorize and stamp on your heart. These words will remind you to straighten up and think right. These words are, you become what you think about. You become what you think about. The reason why I am confident in telling you this is because this information completely transformed my life. Someone sat me down and told me the exact words I'm telling you. When I realized that my mind was a garden, I began to plant only the things that I wanted. I was informed that the most important thing was that I knew exactly what I wanted. So I began to write down all the things I desired. One by one, I began to imagine my dream life. I wrote down exactly what I wanted in crystal clear detail. Mind you, when I first set out to create this list, I had no money. I was living in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment with my wife and 2 children, surrounded by debt and late bills. I was working a job that I hated, serving tables at a restaurant. But I knew if I could successfully plant these ideas in my mind, they will have to manifest. So every day, I would look at my goal list and visualize my life going according to that list. I would say affirmations that complemented each goal. I drummed each idea into my head. I would imagine what it would feel like to have each goal accomplished. I visualized my goals so much that at times it was hard to tell what was real and what was imaginary. I lived into my imagination. My mindset changed, and before I knew it, things started happening around me. I started attracting the people, opportunities, and ideas that helped me accomplish the goals that I set out. Here is the actual list of my goals. And here are the things I manifested. Some of these goals took 2 months to manifest, while others took 2 years. See, one thing that we have to remember is that things manifest in divine timing. There are different seasons and cycles to life. There is a season for sowing, and there is also a season for reaping. You can't rush the process. What I discovered was the process actually helps you to develop the skills that will manifest your future goals. You actually evolve as a person while going through the process. You're pushed to do things that you never thought you could do. Once your goals get embedded into your subconscious mind, you feel almost compelled to take action. Thought always precedes action, and no goal is ever manifested without action. Since your mind is a garden, weeds tend to sprout up from time to time. The weeds are your negative thoughts, thoughts of failure, thoughts of doubt. But unlike your apple trees, weeds sprout up automatically. See, since we live in a world that is obsessed with drama and negative energy, we tend to subconsciously pick up on these negative vibrations. So every morning, tend to your garden. Pluck up any thoughts that don't serve you. Find the weeds and dig them up by the root. Remember, a successful gardener always cultivates their land. Cultivate your mind for success, happiness, prosperity, kindness, forgiveness, love, opulence, understanding, gratitude, abundance, and watch those seeds sprout and manifest in your life. Life is a constant reaping and sowing. What you give, you receive. The energy you put out is what you get back. How you treat others is how you'll eventually be treated. What you say about others will be said about you. As Florence Scovel would say, the game of life is the game of boomerangs. Our thoughts, deeds, and words return to us sooner or later with astounding accuracy. If you master this simple law, you will be able to create happiness in all areas of your life. One thing that you have to remember, your thoughts are seeds and your mind is fertile land. The mind doesn't care what you plant in it. It will always yield results. You can plant vegetables or you can plant weeds. You can plant wealth or you can plant poverty. You can plant misery or you can plant happiness. It's all up to you because you are always reaping what you sow. This is Justin from You Are Creators, and we support your dreams.
Phenomenal.
Great.
New moon manifestation, use all of that beautiful, beautiful stuff from there. Hi.
Hello, Lotus.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. Peace and blessings.
You looking great. You just glowing.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
And look at that
Thank-
smile.
Yeah.
You guys are wonderful and beautiful as well. Thank you so much.
I had to stop being still because I keep thinking you froze. You get that, you freeze for a minute. I'm like, is he froze? No. Move around.
If it weren't for that little lip move, you would have gotten away with it too. That's awesome. Throat chakra. It's very important when it comes to manifesting and for living a beautiful life, because you have to have that confidence and discernment, and you have to have a good balance here, because whatever you have, you're manifesting, you can't get past here. It bounces off if it's not balanced well. Knowing if you talk too much, then you've got an overactive throat chakra. If you have shut down, if you're shut down and shy, you're deficient. And there's so many beautiful ways that you can actually, there's some stuff in here. I got some healing to do. You guys ready to listen to some reading?
Please.
It's beautiful. I found my glasses. That was kind of fun. Okay, so the throat chakra, which is the fifth energy center of the body, sits above the hollow of the base of your neck, connected to the throat, eyes, neck, muscles, thyroid, and nerves. This, I don't know what that word is. This chakra rules communication and the ability to manifest creatively. It is seen as a bright sapphire blue disc. Spiritual leaders, speakers, and motivators usually possess strong throat chakras. The primary stone of this throat chakra is a beautiful blue energy of turquoise. Turquoise is one of the gemstones that is connected with communication with spirit. So it's perfect for the throat chakra. So it can help balance that. Yeah, I get carried away. I'm sorry. You can treat the throat chakra You can treat the throat chakra to balance the metabolizing of the body and the throat problems, including soreness, tonsillitis, larynx problems, communication blockages, anger and rage, guilt from harmful wounds, stage fright, expressiveness, singing concerns, and vocal power control issues. It causes a lot of stuff. It can also be used to treat problems with the eyes, ears, muscles, nerves, and conditions like anxiety, nervousness, creative blockages, and with any throat chakra problem, you need to check for the health of the sacral as well. So, excessive energy in the throat. A throat chakra that is too big blasts a person to talk far too much. There's a disturbing victim mentality present here. A person as one of control. Throat chakra cannot speak the truth. He does not accept responsibility and the self, and it's his illusion. Deficient. The fifth chakra can also often be closed. So we all know what happens. You become withdrawn and you're not able to actually express your truth. You hold back. Sometimes trauma will do that, pain that we go through because we've been suppressed and we've been frightened into speaking our truth because of the consequences that happened at that time. It's time to let all that go, because when you go through those things and you let that stuff go, you take back your power, you clean, and you become available for all the good stuff coming in. And I've been one that's been on a severe, scary path, and it's all in making that choice. Once you make that choice, that's a surrender. Once you surrender, Spirit's got your back because you've just let that go. Now your path's going to open up in front of you, and you're going to be filled with all the goodness and all the help. All you have to do is ask. And we all, as a community, support each other. And all of us we've all had our shit. I think I shoved mine in a closet or two. I'm not exactly sure. Didn't even know I had closets up there. But yeah, the throat chakra healing the throat chakra can allow for some relief and then some self-confidence so that you can carry on with a commitment of yourself. Because all of us want to love, but if we don't love ourselves, we're not going to be able to love everybody the way we want to, because there's a blockage. It's like a sandbag. You don't want to sandbag anything. Okay. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay, next book. This one's short. There's some self-help healing techniques. Writing letters, journals, keeping up with your feelings, your opinions, and your intuitions that are coming in. And if you journal, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. So you can go back, you can write all these things. You don't have to know why you're writing them or what they mean, but you can go back and they're like a jigsaw puzzle. You'll pick up messages that Spirit left you that you can put together at a later date. And one of the cards that I drew for us is creative writing. And it's Archangel Gabriel. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or a pen, an article, or a book. And it's beautiful stuff. It helps you. And it's also a way of releasing. And then you can fill back up. Other crystals that you can use for the throat chakra are lapis lazuli, blue topaz, and sapphire. And they're amazing as well. Let's see, what is this? Okay. So people with a strong throat chakra make good teachers and mediators. They have the greatest verbal abilities and are likely to be gifted in musical talent and are particularly drawn to singing. Also make good actors, writers, poets. Helping poets belong in this type. They excel in any endeavor is primarily directed by they're able to communicate with other people. The main thing about the throat chakra is that the truth is of the highest good. So when we speak our truth, there's several layers to that. Yes, we all want to be honest and we all want to speak our truth. There's a time and a place, so we have to discern, because you can't speak an opinion into someone or a knowing if they're not ready. And going into trying to make them understand won't make them any more ready than they were when we started. But we planted a seed. So that seed's there. And then the other part is we have two ears, one mouth for a reason, so that we can listen. It's one of the biggest things of communication, being quiet, so that we can hear what someone else has to say. I'm not real good at that. Let's see. To balance your chakras, one of the biggest things it's again, light therapy. You've got crystals, you've got herbs, essential oils, and affirmations. What page is that? Right here. Oh, wrong page. Where'd they go? Did I lose it? I did. Instead, oh, here they are. Affirmations. I speak from the heart and let my truth be my guide. I use the power of words to make the world a better place. Every day, it becomes easier to express what I think and what I feel. The end.
I love it.
Yeah.
And to think I would have never, ever, ever in a million years thought I'd be on live, speaking passionate about things I believe in.
Yes, exactly. You know, I've been putting that card out a lot. Come to the front. Stop hiding in the back. It's time to step forward and be in the front.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like we all have gifts that sometimes we don't know that we have them. And when you do your readings, I'm like, wow, she's like right spot on, because I do need to speak up more for myself and for others that don't have that. People may not have the opportunity and the voice. So why not be the one to take the initiative and just take that chance, you know?
Like, all right, I got you. I got this.
I am so thankful for you. You all.
You got your cards?
Me?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I saw her.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I want you to pull one after he shows this other video.
Okay, sure.
All right.
The one, oh yeah, put also, Lori went deep with the information with the stones. They don't mention the stones here, but also information on the heart chakra and also exercises. So you can decide what, Lori mentioned few. The affirmation also would help. Combination with this one would intensify it. So here's a bit more information on the 5th chakra, the throat chakra, speaking your truth.
This level coincides with the 5th chakra, which is commonly known as the throat chakra. The throat chakra is where your feelings and emotions are transformed into actual expressions. It balances the flow of communication and creativity and wisdom and learning. And the reason why is because you can create a frequency, you can create a vibration, just like I'm doing, just like you're listening. It's that vibration. I'm sending you a message. You're learning from this. You're taking it in. It's a very powerful chakra because it's through self-expression that you can actually turn everything that we've done so far into the next step of creation. You can use this chakra to strike a balance between when you should be silent or when you need to speak your truth or express your unique self. It can literally help you to get out of the way and say what you honestly feel, and you have to feel that from this area. Thinking about the flow of energy throughout your entire body, visualize the flow of prana connecting with the earth, flowing through your root chakra and into your 2nd chakra, where you are creating from your sexual energy. It continues to flow through your solar plexus, where your inner powers are, and you feel it with that gut instinct. And then it moves up into your heart, where you feel it and it radiates outside with unconditional love. And then finally, it reaches this point where it flows through your throat chakra. This flow of transmutation of energy from the earth within yourself will give you the power to communicate everything that you need to speak your truth and create your deepest desires. As you go through Vairagya and you use these different exercises, you can lock these muscles with the bandhas that we talked about, and you can hold your breath and you can start pushing this energy up your spine and picturing everything that I just talked about as it reaches the certain sections of your body. And quite literally, you have to become stiff and strong in those areas and breathe into them and really radiate that energy out. And when you get to this level, not only will it help you communicate better and express yourself better,
But as you're saying Om, you're actually creating that vibration of what you want to create, and you're putting it out into the universe as if you are creating the Big Bang for creating what you want. You think about how powerful that is for a second. What we're doing with Om is you're creating that Big Bang. You're creating the essence of what you want to desire. This is quite literally the level where it starts physically manifesting itself. Yes, I said physically. Up until this point, what we were doing is we were creating it, we were feeling it, we were loving it, we were connecting with the earth with it, right? And now what we're doing with the throat chakra is we're physically creating it. Now, you may not realize it's physically being created until it actually happens, but what we're doing here is we're putting it into existence, into physical existence. This is a really powerful level. So surround yourself with the blue energy of this chakra. Anytime you need to, compassionately speak your truth, or you want to do this Om exercising and turn it into a reality. As you will experience in the project work for this level, I am are the most empowering words you can use to speak your truth, along with Om. As with every other chakra, you also have to be careful not to tap into the negative aspects of the throat chakra. Tapping into the negative of this chakra can make it difficult to speak your truth or communicate in general. It can also bring about bad communication and things that you didn't want to say. So when you're thinking and you're speaking and you're talking to someone, feel it coming through you. Don't use your brain to talk. Feel it coming from the bottom up. Also, letting yourself fall into negative self-talk can cause disruption in your prana or your energetic field. So that negative self-talk, like, I can't do this, and this sucks, and I'm never going to be able to do that, and screw all that, that will lower your energy and will make your manifestation skills nil. You have to be positive. Again, going back to some of the previous levels, this is something that really, really, really is important. You see, there's no time like the present to start speaking your truth. So begin right now by going through this short exercise. The energy that flows to your throat chakra flows in from your heart chakra. So this chakra represents about being vocal and expressing your feelings from your heart, and you also have that energy that's being transmuted throughout your whole entire body. You felt it, you created it, you connected with it, you loved it. So expressing that true feeling and turning it into a reality. So take a minute and think about what truths you have kept buried deep within the recesses of your heart or within your body. What have you not been able to express, or what have you not been able to accomplish that is the truth, that is what you're trying to create? What is that truth? Write that down. And these are things that are also locked down outside of just what you're trying to create. So take out your project book and write them down, no matter how harsh they are, or how scary they are, or how crazy they are. Write them down and find those truths. Find every single one of those truths that are sitting in the recesses of your heart. Next, I want you to simply take each hidden truth and say them out loud. Lastly, sit quietly and at peace with what you have just said out loud. Sit at peace with them and simply claim them as your truths. And after you've sat with your truths for a bit, go back to your project book and write down how it made you feel to finally allow yourself to speak these truths from the heart. As I mentioned, this is a powerful chakra when it comes to self-expression and communication with yourselves and others. So use it very, very, very wisely. Use its powers to help make your vision for your future a reality. As you move forward in creating your new reality, look for the divine spark of creation within yourself and others. Try to let go of controlling others' lives and focus on the positive traits as much as possible.
Yeah, and with that said, we have to be careful about, the people who might not have such a good life or bad experiences. We get triggers And sometimes we do the negative talk. I do it too. We have to watch ourselves when we do that, especially when you're triggered. I get triggered every so often.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
All right.
My daughter says that word quite often, triggered. So I have to watch myself with her, as you know. I'm trying. I know that I am a nurturing mother, so I have to step into that divine myself and just take it one step at a time. And sometimes that means biting your tongue, you know. So
Right,
absolutely,
right.
and just listening. So yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
I speak too much. If I need to calm down.
Well, Alex, you really do speak to me. I love you. Oh. So is there someone in particular that wants a card, or am I doing this for
Pulling, just
Nervous habit and, practice.
yeah? Oh, okay. Awesome. I need to practice, trust me.
Woo! Oh, there's that creative writing card just flipped up like that.
oh yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, me right now. I can honestly say that in the past, I don't take a pen and paper to write things out because of my fears that I've had in the past of writing. Um, you can write something and it turns into a spell, so you kind of just don't do it. Or I remember writing something of profanity when I was younger and was scorned for it. So now I'm stepping into that, just let go of those fears and just go ahead and do it, because it's gonna cause this, it's like cause and effect. You create what you write. So I'm opening up to it more and more each day. So yeah.
and something I learned too in this journaling is that when you do write experiences, because you are in essence rewriting, you're writing actions, you're putting energy, thought, and writing it down. You can rewrite that ending. You can rewrite that ending, and that way it changes what you've experienced, and it gives you a cleansing, an out, so that you can go on to the next thing. And then what I do is, you're gonna laugh at me. I only have like, I don't know, 6 journals or some shit. One of them is for the experiences that I truly had. And then another one is for me rewriting it. When I go through those experiences and I write those down, after I've rewritten it, I tear them out and I have a little place out back. I burn them. I can help them go away. And I usually burn them in a full moon so that I'm cleansing, I'm purging, I'm releasing.
A release of the negative energies.
Yeah, with intentions, and not hateful intentions, healing intentions. Let it go.
Yeah, let it go.
It gets you prepared though for when it actually does come up, when you get triggered, but you get triggered in the time and the place where you can truly heal. It's accepting it. If you prepare yourself before that full-blown thing happens, then it's still shocking, but it's not so hard to accomplish. It's not so hard to step aside and go, wow, I'm ready to heal. I didn't even realize how heavy that was. I'm not big enough to carry that shit fucking around. My mom's asleep on the bed, guys. She's right here. Watch. Where is she? She's hiding behind the chair. I don't know if I can lift it up far enough. There's my mommy. My mom's asleep in my bed. We're healing.
Bless her.
Yes.
Those are tears, dang it. I was doing so good.
I love it. I love it. There's
Yeah.
certain cards that keep popping up, and sometimes I don't know. I'm gonna take advice from you, ladies, as far as which card to go through. Like, I don't want the same card to pop up, but sometimes that is it happens.
It's trying to tell you something.
Yes. Is it trying to? Is it for me?
Are you doing the readings for yourself?
Sometimes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Every card I can relate to just about every card. Yes.
They're trying to tell you something.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Sometimes it needs to be repeated until it gets embedded.
Gotcha. Okay. Wow. Yeah, it's just over and over. Okay. Well, the first card is luck is on your side.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. Luck is on
Happy
your side.
dance.
We've had this card
That's
before.
beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. It has that that
Yeah.
great bow in it there that is like Cupid is saying, you know, whatever you're doing, uh, it's for the right cause. It's for love. It's for peace. It's for everything that you desire in life. Everything that you've been manifesting, it is on your side to just walk in the knowing that it's gonna happen for you. I love it. New moon in Sagittarius.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
My hand eyes are pulsing.
Mhm. Yeah, we
my
need to hear that.
lately, so I'm looking for that.
Because I believe everybody been having a little bit of trouble lately.
Yeah,
Well, a lot of us have been going through little issues, so we're glad to see it gone. I
absolutely.
won't miss it. Waving bye-bye. I won't miss it.
We'll see the month of May. Like, okay, what's gonna start now? Like, you know, yeah, new door opening. So I love it.
What universal month is it? That's July. June? It's universal month 9? Which one?
And yeah, June is Universal Month 9. But the month itself is 6 energy. Nurture, home type, um, you know, speaking to your loved one, being there for your loved one. That's the 6 energy, nurture energy, home energy.
Mom.
Mhm.
That's for the month of June, for the 6th. But also Universal Month 9, which is completion. So, yeah.
We're ready for the new shit.
Yep,
Yeah.
yes, we are. And during this time, I feel like we should count our blessings every step of the way. You know, this from the smallest thing to the biggest thing. You know, that you can think of.
Good advice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And write them down. Even like when we're going through, like I had this blessing happen to me just not too long ago. I was blessed with a bigger room and a bigger like a jacuzzi and all that stuff, and I need to count that as a blessing. I got a hug from a random stranger today. I'm gonna count that as a blessing, you know, because you don't get that type of love on a day to day, or you know, you may not. So it's easier to recognize them for what they are, and they are truly divine encounters with people. So yeah, showing gratitude and just like the conversations that we have, I feel like it's the biggest blessing to being able to open up and talk about my life, because like you said, Warrior Princess, I'm going through a lot, and to not put on a smiley face just because it's really, I am so happy to be in this thought pattern that I can actually talk about my life and talk about just to a random, it doesn't matter who it is, I'm talking, and that makes me feel amazing. So that's one of the blessings. Count it as a blessing. Checkmate, you know.
Exactly.
Well spoken. No pun intended. I mean, all the puns. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Lord.
Yeah, being grateful in a state of also gratitude, you know, for the little things, your five senses, all of that. You have a roof over your head, you know,
Yeah.
able to walk, you know, being grateful for the little things that also will enhance what you're trying to accomplish or get you closer to your goal.
And you know, somebody's always can relate to issues you're going through. I believe the last issue you had, I could relate to that very much so. Even when I was telling everybody else that I didn't separate from my mother till I was 38 years old.
Same age.
38 years old.
That's
And
wow.
she was very controlling.
Oh, they
Very
can be.
controlling.
Absolutely.
And
I did.
she,
Did you, through the process, did you recognize that she was controlling when you were younger, or you didn't? You just had your awakening when it happened.
I got tired.
Huh.
Got tired.
Yes.
Yeah, but I didn't, you know, and she was very controlling. You know, she even was to the point, I think the worst thing she did was told my son to physically jump on me, my oldest child. I think he was like 18, 19 at the time. And she was trying to make him jump on me. Yeah, she was just that type of person. I love my mother, don't get me wrong. But you know, we all have experiences something.
Yep.
We all can share experiences. You know, I think what she was trying to make up with my kids what she didn't do with me. You know,
it's kind of crazy that people can impact other people to move in that direction, you know. And even though I know your son probably didn't want to, you know, he wasn't involved, or like, you know, in just that one little suggestion could make him do that to his own mother, you know. It's just hard. It makes me feel so sad that people are you know, I don't even have a word for it, but people
yeah. So all I could do is try to break the cycle because she was abused and that's all she knew.
Yes. It really is. It's the tools she had.
Well, I drew another card. I want to talk about it a little bit more because just like we're doing right now, it says communication is key. So just like what we're doing right now, you know, talking and discussing. I do this a lot with my daughter, even if she feels frustrated or sad, I am figuring it out, and I want her to open up more and more and be comfortable with that. So I feel like the more questions I ask, and sometimes I have to twist my words in order to get her to open up for these things. And also communication is also listening. So just like what we've been, you know, talking about in this setting here, you just have to be open enough to receive the messages correctly. And yeah, I just wanted to say that it's the new moon in Gemini. So.
That's good. Yeah, receiving the messages not in that ego, in the pure form.
Mm-hmm.
Then comes that healing.
Yeah. I say.
having a safe place of open, like-minded people
Mhm.
makes such a difference. I know there's a bunch of us who have kept all this in because we didn't have anybody around us to share with. Where are we going to go to and talk about crystals and tarot cards and Metatron's cube and tetrahedrons and yeah. But here, the people who understand it
Mhm.
have gone through experiences that we there's so many lack and fear, shame and humility, all of
Exactly.
and anger. And that's not who we want to be, but those are things that we were triggered to be from a little,
Mhm.
yeah, from a long time ago.
Right.
Healing
I like uh
begins.
I like that you bring up safe space. Um, Sometimes the home is not it's not safe to discuss, certain things with children or a loved one. You have to take them in an environment that is familiar to both parties, um, or multiple parties. So,
Parent.
like to the beach, or I'm not sure. It depends on what situation and what family and whatnot. But um, for me, I can't do it inside in my mother's home. I have to take her outside of outside of that and get her to touch the grass in order for her to open up or see the viewpoint from my side. So yeah, in due time, that's gonna for
This
sure
is my
happen.
first time.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
first time my mother's actually, she's asleep right now. But this is the first time she's ever been in this
In your
interview
space.
with me.
Yeah.
And we've
Yeah.
had pieces, bits here and there, but this was full submersion and she handled it extremely well.
Because of your aura, your energy, it just seemed to, yeah. My
Hmm.
mother does not like coming in my environment. She's just, Sage, you got Sage going. She's like, you got voodoo going on in your house. No,
Well, then
it's
it's working.
I love that word.
Something I would have told my mom, I can tell you. Doing what it's supposed to do. I don't know what to say.
I love it. I love it.
How do you and your mom actually have good conversations though? Is it something where when you're not in your environment, you have
Never,
never?
never.
We
Because
finally
it,
got to that point. Me and my mom did. It took a while. You about my age now when I finally kind of pulled away a little bit. But
mhm,
then our relationship got strong. She even apologized.
mhm.
She even
I
apologized.
feel like
Wow.
the main reason is because I'm supposedly educated, right? So I come with a very different, I want to communicate. I'm like a psychologist type of conversation with her. She
Yeah.
does not like that. She would rather not, have a full-fledged conversation with me. But at this point, I don't know anything other than just being myself, and that's, yeah. If she's not gonna accept me for who I am, then I don't know how to come about it. I don't the approach. Um,
You just keep
I may have to
shining
adjust
your
with that.
light and you just keep being you
Yeah,
because
Mhm,
you don't have to hold yourself back or
mhm,
change
exactly.
who you are. Again, it's discernment. We're not out to hurt anybody.
Mhm.
This experience is about you.
mhm,
Yes, she's your mother, but you have to be you. And
mhm,
you're up here helping guide. We want to shine our light so that we can lead by example. And if I can do it, I'm
mhm.
going to do this. And if I can do it, I know there's a million of us out there. You realize how big the numbers are.
Leading by example.
All do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can all do.
Yes.
You just be you.
Mhm.
Be you. 100% authentic you.
And I learned this too with my mother.
Mhm.
They might put you through a lot of hell, but deep down inside, they actually were kind of proud of you.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna tell you that.
Weird, right?
They're not gonna tell you that because you're doing everything wrong. But deep down inside, they proud of you.
Yeah.
So
I
keep
was-
that in mind too.
I also think that the ego.
Yes,
Yes.
that's that ego. Because you know, we never wrong.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, but look what we did and how perfect.
Uh-oh.
Don't ask.
What happened?
Look, we're transforming. We turned into a butterfly and it's blue.
It's pretty.
Yay. That's us.
I ran into a new crystal. I'm gonna show you guys my new
Oh,
crystal.
yay. I mean,
Hold on. Let's see if you guys see.
I can't wait.
See that? Oh,
Oh, okay.
it glows in the dark.
That's
Hold on.
beautiful.
Oh, you can't see it really good.
Yes, you can. I can.
Can you? But it truly
Come up a
glows.
little bit.
Is green?
Oh, I want it dark. Just 1 second.
Okay. What stone is that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Beautiful. I can feel
Oh,
it.
hold on.
She's gonna turn out every light in the house.
It is. Look how gorgeous.
It glows in the dark.
That's
You
Yeah.
see that?
badass.
It glows green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I love
I
green.
think it's amazing.
It's breathtaking.
Amazing. I had to put one in this necklace that I have.
What kind of stone is that?
I would have to go back to the museum.
All
I
right.
just seen that it was glowing and I was like, oh, I want it now.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
And finding out what kind of stone it is for sure. I'll let you guys know for sure.
Oh, that's cool.
You wanted to read yours, dear, because we got sidetracked.
Yeah. I was a commercial break.
What?
Look at her. She's like searching around for it. Oh, wow. So, whatever you've been going through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. People that have communication and open up their throat chakra is magical people. I can tell you that. You guys have a gift of, it's just mythical in a way. You know how they have the characters of like Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings and all them different characters and whatnot. But I feel like this is like the same, type of energy that could just change everything around. So, yeah. I'm
We
blessed
trying.
Great tribe unite.
Storm. I'm gonna be Storm, y'all. I'm gonna be Storm.
Or
I'm gonna dye the hair one day. I'm gonna dye my hair gray or silver. I'm gonna become Storm.
Nice.
I love it.
You know, but there's an ability to control the weather. I think it's called atmokinesis. You can control the wind, the weather. There's a few people that are born that have that ability activated.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can actually say that I have the ability myself
You have the ability to what?
to change the weather.
What?
Yes, absolutely. Where I am right now, I can go outside and do a dance, like a rain dance, and it
Oh,
changes the weather.
That's
Like,
amazing.
I can
That's
go to
cool.
and I can do a dance. People have seen it before. I've seen it with my own eyes where I changed the weather. It actually started stormy when I would rain. So a beautiful experience. I think we all have the ability. With me having that air sign, I'm the Gemini, I'm the air sign, so I can change whatever I want, you know, and when it rains or when it storms or when the sun comes out and I'm directed towards it or I speak certain things, yeah, it happens. I am a true believer of it. I'll have to videotape and show that one day. Yeah. Hopefully I can get it on camera. But yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's an awesome one. I gotta look more into this one. Are we gonna go into another video?
Yeah. Alex,
yes?
your turn.
I
Ah,
for sure want another. I want someone to draw a card for me. Alex, do you draw cards at all?
what, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, the cards are on their way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe after the video then.
He ain't got them yet. They coming through the mail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know I want them reading.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, don't worry. When I get the read,
We're
got
gonna
the
do a show where Alex comes on. He does some readings for everybody. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that.
We're gonna let you get in, you know, the vibration of the cards, but yeah. We're
Yeah.
gonna expect you to come on and do some readings too.
Interesting. I cannot wait for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to show the other video?
Oh yeah, that's the meditation itself.
Okay.
I love meditation.
The meditation for the throat chakra.
Let's do it.
We got the information of it. Now we're gonna heal it. Use it. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. Now we're
You
gonna
ready?
Now we're gonna let the throat chakra blue color energy shine bright.
Today, we will be doing throat chakra meditation. It's our fifth primary energy center. It is a purification center of our body. Also called the sound chakra. When throat chakra is balanced, we express ourselves freely and creatively in this world. And it is blocked by the lies that we tell ourselves and to others. To unblock and heal this chakra, we will first start with deep breathing and then take our attention to the throat chakra. We will do chanting meditation to unblock the chakra, and then we will do silent meditation along with music and sound frequencies to tune the chakra. For meditation, it's best to sit in a cross-legged position with your back straight on the ground, or if that's uncomfortable, you can sit on a chair. Make sure your back is straight. Find a quiet place where you will not be disturbed for next 20 to 30 minutes as we do this meditation.
It starts.
You can pause this tape now and resume when you're ready to start the meditation. Let's start. Let the first finger and the thumb of your hand touch, and place your hands on your legs with palm facing upward. Gently close your eyes and relax. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. As you take a deep breath in, feel the cool air going through your nose, your throat, to your lungs. Watch it. Be fully aware of your breathing. Deep breath in and out. Feel the freshness of the air as it touches your throat. Fresh. And as you breathe out, let go of all the tension, all the thoughts, everything you have been thinking about. Deep breath in, fresh. Breathing out, thoughts gone, relaxed. Deep breath in out. Thoughts gone. Relax. Let the tension move out of your body. Let all the stress move out of your body. Breathing in, fresh. Breathing out, light, relaxed. Thoughts gone. Now we will take our attention to the throat chakra. It is located at the throat near the spine, and it's blue in color. As you take a deep breath in, watch your breath as it goes inside, touches your throat, and the throat. Feel its coolness, feel its freshness. Imagine a blue ball floating at your throat, glowing. And as you breathe in, it glows even brightly. And as you breathe out, it spreads its freshness, its coolness, the entire body. Like your entire body gets covered in blue. As you breathe in, the ball expands. It gets bigger and bigger. And as you breathe out, it spreads its freshness, its blue energy, its purity to your entire body, like your entire body is glowing with blue color, pure and fresh. Breathing in, the throat chakra expands. Breathing out, I feel
freshness, of purity expands and spreads all its energy to entire body. Keep your focus on your throat chakra, on that blue sphere, as we do the chanting meditation. The seed mantra of throat chakra is hum. Slowly, as we chant, this ball, this sky blue sphere of energy will start to vibrate, and as it gets unblocked, it will send even higher energies to your entire body. As you inhale, see how the throat chakra expands, and as you exhale and chant hum, it will vibrate and will send its energy to entire body. Let's start. Take a deep breath in. Throat chakra expands. start getting longer and smoother, and the vibrations are felt in your entire body. Beautiful. Smile as you meditate. Now take a deep breath in and out. As you breathe in, tell yourself, I see myself as a clear blue sky. And as you breathe out, tell yourself, I'm clear, I'm vast, I'm open. Breathe in, I see myself as sky. Breathing out, I'm open, I'm vast, I'm clear. Breathing in, I see myself as sky. Breathing out, I'm clear, I'm vast, I'm open. Breathing in, I see myself as sky. chakra using sound vibrations. Tuning is important so that the chakra vibrates with the right frequency. In a balanced way. As the track starts, feel the music, feel the vibrations, feel the sound hitting your throat chakra. Keep your entire attention on the throat chakra as it vibrates. Let's start. I see myself as sky. Now gently rub your hands together. Rub your palms. Feel how they get warm. Place them over your eyes. Take that subtle warmth Spread your radiance out to the universe. Make it more beautiful. Vast, open, clear. Thank you for joining us in this meditation. I hope you felt good. I'll see you tomorrow with third eye chakra meditation. Namaste.
Namaste.
Right.
Beautiful.
I think that was a very good idea to come together and meditate as a group, as the collective.
Absolutely.
1000%.
I can honestly say that I felt the collective doing it. It wasn't just us four. It felt like it was multiple people, and I envisioned a big bow tie around everybody too. So just notice there was a big red bow tie that was just like, it was just the feeling of love. So wow.
A beautiful present in the present.
Yes,
That is
absolutely.
so amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Aww. Even my mom said this is so soothing. She woke up coughing and she said this is so soothing.
Absolutely. It's coming out. It's coming out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Healing. Absolutely.
So Alex.
Yeah. My neck is sweating.
Good thing. It's clarifying, like, purifying if there's something there in your throat chakra, because we've been working on that. It's coming out, like it's cleansing, it's coming through your pores. That's awesome. Amazing.
So right now,
Chakra's leaked.
Absolutely.
Crybaby.
we got all our throat chakra balanced today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And what we got going tomorrow, if we can make it tomorrow, what we got going tomorrow
Will be the third eye chakra.
Ooh.
That's gonna be a doozy.
Yes, it is. I fell asleep to 947 hertz. Do you guys do that at all? Like listen to music while you're sleeping?
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah. Amazing.
Affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does it blink?
Is that turquoise?
It's labradorite.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, what's that on there? Is this on there?
It's lines. It's just the pattern.
Okay.
It shines.
Nice.
I love it.
Third eye.
I'm gonna work.
What is yours? What is that? Is that
You know, I don't know.
Seven
I
crystals?
picked up so many different crystals that I don't know the names of them. I need a
I
crystal book.
understand.
I have too many
Do you
to.
have Pinterest? Pinterest is an electric crystal book, but everything else book, and it's very
Okay.
shameless
Okay.
plug. Just saying.
Thank you. I share.
Oh,
I'm definitely gonna look into it.
yeah.
Absolutely. Mhm.
Alex, you seem preoccupied. What you doing?
I don't know. Because let me see. Oh yeah, it's June here. We enter June here.
Right,
Nice.
So
right.
we
Yeah.
just entered the June energy, and I check on because I was subscribed for a few years on numerologist.com. I get news every now and then on a certain month and day energy, and they also have like a YouTube channel, and there's one person now talking about the June 2019 energy. And, yeah, that would be good to um, show people so they know what to expect in the June energy when it
Mhm.
comes to numerology.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Samuels, your intuitive counselor and happiness coach with your June forecast. And this is a pivotal month. Now, it's funny because the skies are really not that active this month, and yet it's because next month is going to be really action-packed that this month is so significant and so important. Next month is eclipse season and Mercury's retrograde. So I don't want you to panic about that because this month is all about preparing for that. Because when we have eclipses, it's a real culmination. It's endings and beginnings, fateful events, destiny. That's what eclipses are about. And, that's a Mercury retrograde month. So that's next month. So what's happening this month is preparing you mentally, spiritually, and emotionally for these incredible changes that are going to be transpiring. Now, as you know, and as I've said many times before, the more conscious you are about changes, the more joyful, the more prosperous and harmonious they are for you. And if you avoid the changes that the universe is coercing you to do, that's when you get conflict and chaos kind of things. So I've said this at the beginning of the year that 2019 is a year of renewal. This is a year where you're completely transforming your identity, where you're really moving into more of what your soul's calling is, more of who you really are born to be and what you're meant to be. And this is the month where you're making those choices to become that person, or at least you're meant to make those choices. Now, you have free will, right? And one of the reasons I do these videos for you is so that you can make the best choices, because you're going to be feeling these urges inside of you, and it's scary, right? Sometimes to make choices that lead you into a whole new identity, a whole new way of being. So I want to encourage you that this is what you're meant to do. And so please do this consciously and actively. So I'm going to tell you a little bit or a lot about the energy that's transpiring this month so you understand why this is happening. So first of all, there's a lot of mental stimulation. There's a lot of downloads that you can be receiving because Mercury's very active all month. We begin the first 3 quarters of the month. The sun is in Gemini, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the planet of the mind and consciousness. Now, Gemini is a very social sign. It's mutable air, right? And air is the mind and it's communication. So when we're in Gemini, we have an influx of new activity and socializing and really like your mind is kind of like a honeybee energy, like a little bit of everything, right? Because you're meant to be exploring new things and connecting with people and really expanding your mind and your consciousness in that way. And it's fun. It's a really fun energy. Now, Gemini's ruling planet is also Mercury, and Mercury is going to be in Gemini as well. So we have a lot of that Mercury exponential kind of energy. So this new moon that's happening on the 3rd, the new moon in Gemini, has the Mercury influence as well. So it's a really wonderful time right at the top of the month to set your intentions about these new ways of being that you want to create for yourself, and the new identities and the new experiences that you want to have. Gemini is very much about experience, and so it's really fun, especially because there's so much activity involving other people as well, a lot of communication. So you don't want to spend too much time by yourself. However, our numerology for June 2019 is 9 universal month. Now 9 is the number of the hermit. So there is some time that you do want to spend by yourself to process a lot of these downloads and influxes of ideas that you're getting. So the hermit is not necessarily an antisocial person. Right? The hermit, the meaning and message of the hermit is all about tuning into yourself, tuning into your inner voice, tuning into what's right for you, and actually being a light for others. So if you have the desire to teach or share your information in any way, this is an amazing month to do that. There's communication energy really all about this month. So not a time to keep your voice or your words or your actions to yourself, but you do want that time to tune into yourself. Now the other energies that this 9 monthly universal energy brings is that the 9 energy teaches you to be yourself, to individuate. 9 is the last of the single digit number, so it's an ending of a cycle. And it's also about, when you get to this 9 energy, 9 is also associated with the old soul. And it teaches you to individuate. And by that I mean, our personalities, our human selves, loves the whole group energy, which is a lot of what this Gemini is bringing. It loves to be part of something bigger. And yet the 9 teaches you to be different, to stand out from the group, because it's only from being different and finding your own unique voice and finding your own unique way, that's when you can be a light onto the world and contribute in a way that's meaningful, especially for you. So there's this dynamic going on this month about being part of a group, yet being separate from a group, being your own being. Now, one of the higher lessons of Gemini that it brings is about choices. Because the mind, right, is all about choices. And so you have a lot of choices to make this month. You can choose to do things the way you've been doing them. You can choose to be the person that you've been, whether that works for you or not, and do what other people tell you is right for you, or what you found other people expect from you, or, and this is what the universe is encouraging you to do, find new ways of being. Step it up a bit. So there's this element of higher consciousness as well, because we have an extraordinary full moon on June 17th. It is truly exceptional. There's a lot to it, and I don't want to overwhelm you. It's a big moon, right? So it's a Sagittarius full moon, and Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is the sign of expansion, and it's a visionary sign. It's about, it's the archer that's always looking toward the future. So you're going to have the sun in Gemini and the moon in Sagittarius, and there's that opposition, but they're both about communication. So whereas Gemini is about your mind and your consciousness, Sagittarius is about your higher mind and your higher consciousness. That's why it's so much associated with travel, because once you travel and experience new ways of looking at the world, you also realize that we're all one as well, and you find new ways of being, and it helps you move toward your future in a way that is exceptional. And Sagittarius is also optimistic, and we need that right now. We need that joy. There's something else that's quite extraordinary about this full moon. The nodes of the moon, and this is what dictates our eclipses as well. The nodes of the moon, the north node of the moon is associated with your dharma, your destiny that you're moving towards. And the south node of the moon is associated with your karma, things that you're moving away from. So the south nodes of the moon these eclipse seasons are Capricorn and Saturn and Pluto, which are karmic planets as well, are very much tied to the South Node. Here's the thing. The North Node of the Moon, Mercury and Mars, are both going to be exactly conjunct the North Node of the Moon. So Mars is how you embody energy. Mars is your passion moving you forward. And the North Node is very much about your future. So is Sagittarius. It's about where you're headed to. So the choices that you need to make this month are very much about moving you out of these patterns, moving you out of what you've always known to be into what you want to become and who you want to be. And you need to be very deliberate about it, because the choices you make now are really you're going to see some of this energy come to fruition as soon as next month during those eclipses. It's an extraordinary time. You want to make the most of it. So I do have 3 action steps for you to make the most of this rather extraordinary energy. So the first step for you to do is for you to know who and what you want to become. So you want to take stock of that. You want to be really deliberate about not being in this routine of what your life has always been, but truly understanding and knowing what it is inside your soul, what is it is inside your consciousness that's waiting to be born and embodied. So use that hermit energy, that internal energy, to take stock. It's helpful if you want to write things down about every area of your life. What is it that I really want? What is the energy that I want to embody? What do I want to experience in career, home, friends, your physical body, your health? Get very clear about that. Extraordinarily clear about that. Which brings us to step 2. So in step 2, you want to be very honest with yourself about where you are now and how you might be keeping yourself in some of your old patterns. So again, take stock. Are the people that you're associating with a reflection of who you want to become? Or is your home a reflection of what nourishes you and brings you joy? Is what you wear, or the way you present yourself, or the way you hold yourself, all of those things, is it a true reflection of who and what you want to become, your career, how much you charge, what you're doing, all of that? Be very honest and take stock with what you'd like to move away from and where you might be settling in some ways and where you want to move on. Which brings us to step number 3, which is about embodying your new way of being. So maybe that means, so embodying is all about really bringing this energy from spirit, from the idea realm, into the physical world. And you can take small steps. Maybe it's just about bringing new colors into your life. Maybe there's some colors that you're drawn to that will awaken something in you. Maybe it's about spending less time with some people and finding new people that represent your values and doing the kinds of things that you want to be doing more of. Maybe you want to take a class in something so that you're learning something new and having that experience. Maybe you are coming out of the spiritual closet, and so you want to connect with more people, more like-minded and like-hearted souls. So when you are actually taking these physical steps, and they don't need to be dramatic. It's not a drastic lifestyle change. You don't need to do that right now, but you do want to make physical changes. You do want to step more into your new identity in ways that represent who you are becoming rather than who you've been. You've been wonderful. It's just time for new experiences. And of course, I have something that can help you. I have a free Envision Your Future with Your Higher Self meditation, and that can help you really embody and get really clear insight about who you are becoming and what experiences you can have in the future. So that's free, and I highly recommend you download that using the link below. So I know that if you take these steps, that your life is going to change a lot. And then just you wait, it's going to get more and more exciting. So I hope you're very deliberate about having these wonderful new experiences. So much joy awaits you. So I hope that you have an incredible month. And if you've enjoyed this video, share it with your friends. I'm sure they will appreciate you for it, and give it a like and subscribe to this channel because I have so much more to share with you. So I'm wishing you an extraordinary, joyful, jovial June and beyond. Lots of love. Bye for now.
Yeah, we appreciate you for it.
Absolutely. I can say, and I talk a lot, so excuse me for my, I'm constantly wanting to say something, but she was spot on with with everything, because I'm a Gemini, and I just looked at my Mercury and it's in Gemini, 28 degrees. So, and then she talked about how I'm in transition of making a new life for myself, and just everything that I've been thinking and manifesting so far. She just spoke everything that I've been working on. So I'm just blown away. That's amazing.
Nothing happens by chance.
Exactly.
Everything happens for a reason.
I'm like, what?
Only constant is change. We're ready.
Yes.
The more we learn, the more we know that shit, there's a whole bunch more to learn.
A never-ending cycle.
Yes. Lifelong, without putting a time limit on that, because yeah, student.
So, any last words?
My dog says hello and namaste, and she's got on a blue bandana. Can you see it? Here. She'll get all embarrassed. She hates to have her clothes off. She's like, no, don't take my clothes off. Yeah, I did that. So cute.
Where's your banana?
I love that dog.
You need one too, so you can have it.
She's a good girl. That's my deaf girl. But she says she hopes everybody has a good night. Thanks for hanging out with her mom.
That's so sweet. Alex.
Yeah. No, I think now everybody that participated, the throat chakra is running full at maximum now, shining the blue light in balance. So that's all good, all wonderful. And then I think tomorrow we're gonna continue with the third eye chakra, and then Sunday the crown chakra. So that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it is. I can't wait for it. Lotus, anything you want to say, dear?
Peace and blessings. And we can do a together. I would love to do at least a couple of ums if you guys don't mind. Yeah. Would you guys like to try?
You lead.
Okay. Peace and blessings and peace. Healing and balance and harmony. That's what we ask for. Ashe. I
And
love
as
you guys.
usual, huh? Yeah, and as usual, I am love. We are love. Thank you for watching.
Namaste.